Sarah. How are you doing today?
You know, feel a little anxious, like not myself.
Okay, explain more about that. How are the feelings? What signs are you feeling inside your body?
I have this like deep pressure on my chest, like not sure what's going on. I can't think straight. I don't really want to go anywhere.
You're feeling foggy in your brain?
Yeah, a little foggy, a little warm, and want to like go run around in a cooler somewhere. Yeah, I just not the best feeling, especially I need to go somewhere. I have to live my life, but I can't.
Okay. What do you think is triggering you to have these feelings? Like, when do these feelings come about, your anxiety?
Well, I mean, recently I've been divorced and living my own, so not being able to do all the things that I thought I could do on my own, but now I have to do them. So
Yeah.
just the simplest task. Gotta go grocery shopping. Okay, what do I get?
Okay, I hear you. I understand that. That's fairly common, especially with passing or divorce or whatever. Do you or have you learned any techniques to self-soothe when you get that major rush of anxiety?
No, I just end up going back home and just saying, okay, let's go just lay in bed and we'll do it another day. Because that's usually my option. So I lay in bed and usually just sleep it off.
Okay. So I'm hearing that, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm hearing that when you're anxious, you'd rather just isolate and seclude yourself to be alone. So you're kind of in the flight mode of the fight or flight?
Yeah, I'd rather ignore. Yeah.
Ignore.
Yeah,
Okay.
then go on it. So I don't want to deal with the situation.
Okay, so what would be your long-term goal for these anxiety feelings?
Well, I mean, I would like to be able to say, let's go here, get something done without freaking out and then going back home. Sometimes I don't even want to drive. Like it's afraid just to get in the car.
Okay. So being able to do life tasks normally.
Yeah, just normal going through life.
Okay. There are a few breathing techniques that I find very helpful for anxiety. One is, it has multiple names, but I just call it belly breathing. In through my nose very deeply and out of my mouth very slowly. And I sit by myself, do that, or in a safe place. So you can go to your car, you're feeling that way, and then go to your car, maybe not go home with this breathing, but we can work on that in sessions to move forward, and I think that would be good, something to achieve your goal along with other things.
Okay.
So how is work going?
Well, I mean, not the greatest, because sometimes I'd rather not. I can't get to work. I know that I'm going in a lot later and trying to get myself to go to work. Because I mean, sometimes it is my place of solace. I go and I know how things are gonna roll. It's been that way for how long, so I know that that's my comfort zone at times, but sometimes I just don't want to get out of bed and go for fear of, okay, what task am I going to run into on the way to work? That, okay, I got to pay the bills. Is this going to be enough to pay the bills? And it kind of spiral out of control from there.
Okay. Yeah. How are your peers and supervisors at your job? Are they supportive? Do they know about what's going on?
No, I don't tell anyone about what's going on. No. So I keep work to itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Even though they probably know if something is up, I try to keep it to myself.
okay, and that's fair. In this point in time, it's on you to share or not share who you want to share with. I'm very glad that you're coming in here to share with me to identify and fix and work through the issues, and I'm here with you to do that. And I want you to feel safe here to explain everything and talk through everything that you are comfortable with to feel better. So I don't know if in our first session, if we talked about, do you have any pets? Is it just you at the house, or do you have other responsibilities in the home?
So I have 2 dogs.
Two dogs?
So I have to care for them, take them out. I also have 2 kids, kind of shared responsibility with my ex, so dealing with taking them places and when is he gonna need to see them.
Okay. And I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just jotting down some notes so I can give you better feedback. How is your relationship with your ex?
Well, it could be better, because he just decided to call it quits. So he sometimes will fall back on his responsibilities and not pick up the kids. And then sometimes he's like, oh, I gotta have them because he wants to share responsibility. So child support's not as big of a dollar amount because it's all about the finances for him. Is how much money is he gonna have to pay if he doesn't take the kids. So kind of anxious about what he's doing, what my kids are doing when they're over there.
Okay. And that is definitely part of the family dynamic. Even your ex is gonna be a part of that. So do you think that your separation and divorce triggered the anxiety, or was it around the time that you started getting very anxious during this time?
Most likely could have been. I didn't know what anxiety really was or have that feeling of the chest pains until probably about the time, that I had to realize the relationship was going to change. That I don't have that second person there, and it's the unknown, right? I don't understand why my body would act in a certain way, and that's when I just kind of wanted to give it up.
Okay. Write this down. Okay. And how long have you been divorced?
We actually just finalized last year.
Okay, so very recently.
Yeah.
So you're just starting this journey.
Yeah.
Well, first step is you're identifying the feelings. So you're sitting here wanting to help. What about things in religious aspect or spirituality? Are you feeling connected to anything?
No, I mean back in my youth, I did go to church, but I kind of eliminated that just because of politics around it. So don't really have much religious beliefs spiritually. Maybe try to connect with that in the future, but it's kind of hard when you're going through a divorce. Most religions aren't very keen on that relationship, so so I just stick to my inner circle, the few friends I have.
Okay. So you do have a good support system with your.
Yeah, I mean I have a couple of people that I go and hang out with. They check in on me from time to time.
Okay. What do you guys do if you guys go out?
We're planning on the Renaissance Fair that's coming up. Go to a bar and have a couple drinks. Sometimes we just hang out at her house and at one of the friends' houses and just watch crime TV just to just
Yeah.
hang out.
Got a little good crime show to
Good.
wind down, you know?
Yep.
When you're with that support system, are you feeling anxious or are you feeling more relieved?
More relief. I mean, I think they know me enough that they kind of know how to distract me from, but it's just getting out and going there, the fear of them maybe bringing up, but I know once I'm there, that I'm fine.
Okay, so sounds to me like it's a good support system for you with what you're going through. Are you able to openly talk to them when you're feeling low?
Not really. I mean, I don't like to share too much, but they know how to drag it out. Kind of can see it when I'm not myself.
Mm-hmm. What is stopping you from reaching out to your support group for assistance or to allow them to help you feel better and navigate?
I honestly don't know what it would be that stops me. Maybe my pride, maybe worry about what they're gonna think or giving them more responsibility to take care of me because I'm supposed to do it alone.
Okay. So maybe we can mark that as a sub goal to reach your ultimate goal is maybe being a little more open to the people you trust. Do you think that would be an interesting possibility for you?
Sure, I'll try it. It'll get rid of these feelings.
We can definitely talk. We can definitely talk more about it and how to navigate that. And obviously, it will be on your timeline when you're ready to do those things.
Yeah, I'm awkward, so sometimes I get.
Oh,
So yes, on my timeline. So I'll let you know if I'm like, let's work
Yes.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to always bring in what you're feeling ready for or not feeling ready for, and let me know, and we'll work together through all of this. I'm not going to tell you you're going to do this tomorrow, and it's going to make you feel better. I don't want that to be the extent of this therapy. So I'm just trying to we have a long-term goal, which is just doing normal functions and tasks together. We can learn some self-soothing. Even if you're willing to, we can talk about religion and spirituality. And if you want, we can look up groups together or, where you do feel comfortable, even being divorced or separate, because that is more common in today's world. There's so many places and groups that we can look at, but it's on your time, but we can do it in session here. We can look up stuff together, whatever you need guidance in for that day. But I think being more open, I feel like you're a little hard on yourself right now with the things that are going on. Maybe some issues with the divorce, regret maybe. Is that?
I don't know why, but I'm sure there could be some regret there of what I did wrong and how I could have kept the relationship going and especially having the kids around.
Yeah. How's your dynamic with yourself when your children are not there versus when your children are with you? Like, how do you feel better when your kids are around, or are you feeling lower?
So I know I have responsibility when they're around, so a lot of times I just suck it up and do what I gotta do. There are moments, yes, I have to kind of prepare myself and just swallow it and go. So when they're there, it's fine. It's when they're gone that mainly it sets in that, okay, I just have to take care of me while they're away, and responsibilities and all of it piles down. So I get super worried about the future and what's going to happen next.
I understand. And I just want to speak again and let you know that these feelings are normal and they're okay, and we can navigate. It's not impossible, and it doesn't have to be a forever feeling. If you want, we can sit and do a soothing technique before we leave, or we can close this session and talk about that next time we see each other.
let's just talk about the next section.
Okay, yeah, today was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to go over.
Thank you. I
Oh, thank
appreciate
you.
it. I hope you have a great day.
You too.